Malinore. Welcome back, friends. You've joined Fix You, level 10 Blood Elf Priest. Currently in the Valley of Strength in Orgrimmar, which is a capital city for the orcs. It's a pretty good hub to conduct our operations from for this series. This is going to be a little bit different, as I'm just going to be power leveling using Group Finder or Dungeon Finder, which is this button down here on the bottom right side. For those of you who are new to the game, we can join up with random groups to complete dungeons together, groups of 5 people. At this point I'm selecting myself as a healer, and if you're unfamiliar with the game, I could have been a damage dealer alternatively, and if I was a different class I could have been a tank. So maybe I'll do another series where I'm a tank and or a damage dealer. Anyway, we're a healer in this particular one, so my role when I join these groups will be to heal the other players, that is, keep them alive when they're taking damage. As a priest, it's a pretty good healing class. It should be able to adequately heal. At the moment I'm only level 10, so I don't have a full complement of healing spells. I've got Flash Heal, which just gives me a rapid heal, and it's quite expensive on mana, although I'm regenerating mana quite quickly. That. I've got this spell called Desperate Prayer, which heals me for something. I'm not sure actually what it heals me for. Where's my spell book? Let's have a look. Desperate Prayer. It increases my maximum health by 25% and heals me instantly, so my maximum health is 464 hit points, so plus 25%. That's what I get healed for when I hit it. Like that. So now I'm up to 580 hit points for a period of 10 seconds. And then it should pop back. There we go, back to 464. I don't really use these spells when I heal. Maybe to Resurrection I'll use that, but damage dealing spells like these I probably won't use. I'm only level 10 and probably not a very good healer yet in the dungeons, so let's see how we go in this first dungeon. So what I do is select Group Finder and click on Find Group. Oops. Select the Atal Dazar, which I don't know what that means, Battle for Azeroth expansion. And now I'm queued in the dungeon, so I'm going to pause the video until the dungeon is ready, or the group is ready. Okay, welcome back. Here is the announcement that we're ready to enter the dungeon, Atal Dazar. So we're going to enter and get taken to what the game refers to as an instance. Waiting for this one player to accept the group, and then we'll be teleported there automatically. Sometimes players are away from their keyboard and don't accept, or just change their mind at the last minute and decline the offer. So this person has declined, so we've been re-queued and we're ready to enter again. See how we go this time. This is one of the minor nuisances about finding a group. Sometimes people can just decline over and over. It usually doesn't take too long though, once you're at the front of the queue. So fingers crossed. This looks like someone who's going to decline. And once again, will be re-queued. Someone has declined again. And so on and so on. So that's 3 in a row, which is fairly typical for Dungeon Finder. Makes you wonder though, like, why would you queue and then not accept? So we're just waiting for a tank. Tanks are a little bit hard to come by. People don't like tanking. Too much pressure, maybe. And here we go. We're going to this. This is very hard to heal, this dungeon, when you are what's the word? Level 10. So this is a bit of an experiment in terms of ASMR, healing and talking at the same time. Hopefully we've got a powerful tank who doesn't really need me to do very much. So this guy here is the tank. So I'm going to use my flash heal to keep him alive. And you can see each person has their role marked with a little icon. And that's their name, obviously. So the tank has the little shield icon. I've got the plus, well, the health symbol, might call it. And my role is obviously to keep everyone alive. So I select the tank with my mouse. And I just hit this button here, number 1, when I'm not being feared away, like that. It's quite funny. Now we're trying to kill this giant boss. I need to heal this guy. That's his health getting low, you can see. And this little thing's attacking me, so hopefully someone might take him away. There we go, another fear. Fear is one of those super annoying. Oops, I better heal myself at this point. I've been grabbed by the boss. So the idea is keep myself away from danger and keep everyone alive. Got a nice ring. Mount up and follow the group up the temple stairs. The problem is, being level 10, I might accidentally pull myself to danger. Might just take a few of those. Let's mount up again. Those on my action bar. These days people don't really chat very much in these groups. In the old days everyone would chat away to each other as they adventured together. Sometimes you still get little chatterboxes. It's hard to concentrate, to be honest, for me as a healer, and chat at the same time. I'm not looking forward to the next boss. It's quite difficult. For a healer, I mean. And we loot the mobs. And we've got to not stand in the poison. That green stuff on the ground. Poison. Diddy Bopper, cool name. Actually, I don't think that is poison on the ground, now that I think about it. There's a lot of poison in this dungeon. As you can see, they've engineered the game so healing with one spell is actually pretty simple. And so far the group's doing a pretty good job. And the tank at least is doing a nice job of containing. I'm not sure what that dome of light spell is that keeps appearing. If someone's casting that. Flash heal. Might give him a holy word pain. A shadow word pain, Just to feel like I'm contributing to the damage. Okay. No loot for me there. It's a shame. Soda Menace. I'm always appreciating a good funny name in this game. Part of the knack of being a healer is you've got to kind of keep yourself away from the bad guys. Keep yourself at a distance, but not too far that you can't reach the other players with your heals. Another part of the role of the healer, I guess, is to sometimes you have to warn other players of things that are coming up. Patrols sometimes. Okay. We're all doing pretty well. So this is the boss who I really don't like to heal through. Lots of poison, lots of running around. As you can see, lots of damage as well. Got to sort of heal that guy. I'll stand in the middle. Everyone's taking damage. One of the challenges with this boss is he puts all this green poison on the ground, and you've got to really not stand in it basically, otherwise you take lots of damage. But as you can see, there's a lot of poison to avoid. So I think we are looking a bit precarious here at this stage. And the role of the damage players is to kill all this guy's totems, which I hope has happened. I've got to run through the poison now. I've got to keep that guy alive. I'm going to spam my flash heal, keep them all alive. And I've got a cape. So we did okay there. Looking a little bit dicey at a certain point. Okay, oh, the tanker's abandoned the group, or he has been disconnected. Sometimes players, they just want to kill one particular boss, and once they've done that boss, they just literally log out, which is a little bit rude. Got a compliment there for my heals. From Diddy Bopper, which is very kind of him. There's the tank, he's actually hovering in the air there. It's hilarious. He's disconnected. Maybe we have to re-queue. Sometimes you just give the player a few moments to try and log in again. So Salianth may be desperately trying to log in at this point, and the group's voting to kick him. So he's been kicked from the group. For better or worse, I don't know if that was a good idea. Sometimes it's hard to find another tank. He was a pretty good tank, I thought. He sort of gathered up the baddies pretty easily. Let's see what I've got in my bags. So I've got a cape and oops. I've got a bear tank, a druid tank, maybe a better way of saying it. See these domes of light? Not familiar with that skill. So what I'm doing, just to fill you in, is I'm just watching the health bars more than the actual game itself. And I'm watching the health reduce, and every time it gets a bit low, I'm hitting Flash Heal, which is my one and only healing spell at the moment. Sometimes you've got to watch the tank, he tends to run ahead too far, which is a bit annoying sometimes. This guy seems to be pretty good. Knows what he's doing, seemingly, which is nice. Gotta be careful not to pull too many mobs. Let the tank do the pulling. Oops, we just got feared there. So we have to heal that guy real quick. These guys fear, which is a very, very annoying spell to tolerate. If you run, when you're feared, you could run yourself into other creatures. I don't have a dispel spell yet to remove wildfire. So these guys just have to tolerate the debuff. This little thing shows you what are called debuffs. Again, if you're new to the game, they're basically like enemy spells that have been cast on you, like curses or damage spells that kind of gradually kill you over time. Okay. I think I'm pretty well healed up, and mannered up, I should say. Just casting my stamina spell, which is called Power Word Fortitude, onto the tank. Selecting J, I think you pronounce that. So Diplocock is the tank. He's a druid, and that's another thing to mention. Each of the colours actually means something in the game. Orange is a druid. Priests are white. Purple is the demon hunter. Blue is the mage, like a magician. This guy's the mage here. Sometimes it's a good idea to stand near the casters, especially if they know the dungeon quite well, because typically the priest stands at the same distance. And this is the boss they're trying to kill. She's put this blood on the floor. How else is she doing? Or how are we doing more accurately? There's never a dull moment when you're a healer. You have to always be doing something. When you become more experienced, you can join in the combat a little bit, help out your colleagues in the dungeon. but at the moment I'm just completely focused on the healing. So we loot the boss. Nothing particularly for me. Oops, gotta watch out for this fire. It does a lot of damage. So we sort of try and avoid it. It's just about timing, really. Now the tank has managed to get himself quite a ways ahead of us. We've got to wait for this group, this patrol, to turn around. There we go. And now he's gone all the way up to the final boss. So we drive all the way up the stairs to the final boss. There he is. We're just waiting on the last druid. The tank's being quite funny. He's actually in, what do you call it, moonkin form, which is a little bit amusing. So we have to avoid the purple splotches on the ground and these spiders that spawn. Oops, I just got feared by some random creature. A bit far away from the tank, gotta kind of come a bit closer. Select J. And sometimes the damage dealers, yep, got to come right back here. He's cast a spell on me. And now I've got to get as far from the boss as I can when I get that cast on me. Which is pretty easy to do. Diddy Bopper. J. And there we go. The dungeon is complete. And so we just come back and loot the boss. And again, there's nothing particularly for us in this dungeon. And now finally everyone's leaving the group. I click up here on Dungeon Finder and I click Leave Instance Group. And I go back to Orgrimmar, ready for another dungeon. And so I hope you enjoyed the first episode of ASMR Warcraft, leveling in a dungeon. And I hope you join me again soon. Let's see what I got in my bags before we go. I got 30 gold, almost 30 gold from that adventure. And just kind of bits and pieces I can sell. Nothing too special really. I'll see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, post a comment. Bye for now.